What if I told you your body can warn you a full day before a stroke happens? And most people completely miss the signs, not because they are invisible, but because they seem small. A strange headache, sudden dizziness, one moment of confusion. Then it's too late. Every year in the UK, thousands of people suffer strokes that doctors say may have been preventable if the warning signs had been recognized earlier. And the frightening part? Some of these symptoms can appear 24 hours before the stroke actually happens. Today, I'm going to walk you through the 6 most important early warning signs you should never ignore, especially if you are over 50. Stay with me until the end, because the final sign is the one many people mistake for simple tiredness. I'm Dr. A. For over 15 years, I've worked with older adults and stroke recovery patients, and one thing I hear again and again is this: I felt something was wrong the day before, but I didn't think it was serious. That sentence changes lives forever, because when it comes to stroke, time matters. The earlier you recognize the warning signs, the better the chances of survival and recovery. So let's go through the signals your body may send before a stroke happens. Sudden dizziness or loss of balance. The first warning sign is sudden dizziness, not ordinary lightheadedness from standing up too quickly. I'm talking about a strange feeling that the room is spinning, difficulty walking in a straight line, or feeling suddenly unstable for no clear reason. Many people describe it as, "I just felt off." This happens because a stroke can begin affecting blood flow to parts of the brain responsible for balance and coordination. And here's what worries doctors most. People often blame this on fatigue, dehydration, or just getting older. But if dizziness appears suddenly, especially alongside nausea, blurred vision, or trouble walking, it should never be ignored, especially in adults over 60. A strange numbness that comes and goes. Next is temporary numbness. This is one of the biggest red flags. You may suddenly notice tingling in one arm, numbness on one side of the face, a heavy feeling in one leg, weakness when holding objects, and sometimes it disappears after a few minutes. That is incredibly dangerous because many people think, well, it went away, so I must be fine. But this can actually be something called a mini stroke, also known as a TIA, a transient ischemic attack. It's often the body's final warning before a major stroke happens. Doctors sometimes call it the stroke before the stroke. If numbness appears suddenly on one side of the body, even briefly, seek urgent medical help immediately. Do not wait until tomorrow. This sign can be subtle at first. You may suddenly struggle to find simple words, or someone may tell you, "You're not making sense." Some people begin speaking more slowly. Others mix up words. Some suddenly cannot understand what others are saying, and frighteningly, they may not realize it's happening. This occurs when blood flow to the language centers of the brain becomes disrupted. In many stroke patients, this symptom appears hours before the major event. One woman I treated described it this way: "I knew what I wanted to say, but the words wouldn't come out properly." Her stroke happened the next morning. If speech suddenly changes, even temporarily, call emergency services immediately. Do not sleep it off. A headache that feels different. Now let's talk about headaches. Not every headache means stroke, but there's one type doctors take very seriously. A sudden, unusual headache that feels different from your normal headaches. People often describe it as intense pressure, sharp pain behind the eyes, a headache that comes out of nowhere, the worst headache they've ever had. Sometimes it comes with vomiting, blurred vision, or neck stiffness, and many people mistake it for migraine or stress. But in some cases, this can signal bleeding or blocked blood flow in the brain, especially if you rarely get headaches normally. Your body knows when something is wrong. Listen to it. Sudden vision changes. This warning sign surprises many people. A stroke can begin with changes in eyesight. You may suddenly experience blurred vision, double vision, loss of vision in one eye, difficulty focusing. Some people say it feels like a curtain briefly covering part of their sight. Others notice they keep bumping into things on one side. Because the brain processes visual information, reduced blood flow can affect what you see before other symptoms appear. And here's the danger. Many people book an eye appointment instead of seeking emergency care, but sudden vision changes should always be treated as a medical emergency. Extreme fatigue or something feels wrong. And now the most overlooked warning sign of all, a sudden wave of unusual exhaustion. Not ordinary tiredness. I'm talking about deep, unexplained fatigue that feels completely different from your normal self. Many stroke survivors later say, "The day before, I felt incredibly drained." Some also describe brain fog, sudden weakness, feeling emotionally strange, a sense that something wasn't right. This happens because the brain may already be struggling with reduced oxygen supply, and the body senses the change before the person fully understands it. Please hear me carefully. Never ignore a strong feeling that something is seriously wrong with your body, especially if it appears alongside any other symptoms we discussed today. Fast method section. Now I want you to remember one simple word. Fast. It could save a life. F. Face. Does one side of the face droop? A. Arms. Can both arms be raised evenly? S. Speech. Is speech slurred or strange? T. Time. Time to call emergency services immediately. In the UK, call 999. Do not drive yourself. Do not wait for symptoms to improve. And do not assume it will pass. Every minute matters during a stroke. Let me leave you with this. The body often whispers before it screams. A stroke rarely comes completely out of nowhere. The warning signs are often there. Small, quiet, easy to dismiss. But recognizing them early can save your brain, your mobility, even your life. So if you noticed any of these symptoms recently, especially numbness, speech changes, or sudden dizziness, please speak with a healthcare professional as soon as possible. And if this video helped you, watch our next video on the early warning signs of a heart attack most people ignore. It may protect someone you love. And before you go, tell me in the comments, which of these warning signs surprised you the most?